Hey y'all. So, Zach and I ran a race yesterday. How long was the race?
It was a 50K.
It was a 50K. However, a 50K is actually like 31 point something miles, and we went how far?
I think it was around 33 miles.
33 miles. So we got
A little less than 33, I think.
some bonus miles into this race. So we'll call it a 33 mile race.
Yeah.
As our first 50K.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, we just wanted to talk about it, do a little debriefing.
Yeah.
So, how did you feel starting off at the race? Actually, hold on. I think this is an important story to tell. I called Zach at work one day and I said, hey, check your email. I got you a surprise. And what was in the email?
It was the signing up for this 50K.
So, Zach got blindly signed up.
And we are not runners. I am not a runner. So I was not excited about that.
He is a runner now, but before that, he was not. What's the furthest distance you've ever gone?
13 miles.
And the furthest actual race you've ever done?
It was a 5K.
So we just went times 10.
No.
So, okay, tell me about your thoughts going into the race. Now we can get started on that.
I mean, my thoughts were, I knew we were going to finish, and I knew we were going to do it, get it done. I just knew it was going to suck. And so it was just to the point to where it was embracing the suck the whole way through. So that was my philosophy.
That was your philosophy the whole way
Get
through?
out there and get it done, yeah. We'll figure it out. Just like I told Chad in the beginning, we'll figure it out. I ain't never run that far, but we'll figure it out.
At what point in the race did you start feeling like, holy crap, this is freaking hard? When did that hit?
I felt pretty strong up until about mile 20. And then mile 19, mile 20, I started to struggle a little bit. Actually, I started struggling a lot. I think it's because I wasn't drinking enough water. And that's just a milestone in itself. And I think that's right. I felt good up until 19, 20.
But you expected that you were going to stop feeling great before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, we met some awesome people out there, or I did. I actually already knew them. I met some awesome people, Teddy, Anthony, and those guys. And we ran with them, Kelly, a long time. And I think that helped tremendously, just being around those guys and, just keeping up with the pace they were running. And then around 20, at the 16 mark, when we left that last aid station, we took off before them, and we were about 2.5, 3 miles in, around 18, and they caught back up with us. And then they kept the pace, and I just couldn't keep up. I just couldn't keep up. That's when this suck started to really happen.
It was a good time.
So they left.
They had to leave us. We had to let them go.
To leave. Yeah. That was good. They finished the race at their pace, which is awesome. And they're stone cold killers. But that's when it really was like a gut check to me about, all right, we got 10 miles left. We got to figure this thing out. Or 12 miles left. We got to figure this thing out. So
I'll tell you what, though. We met a blessing in the first half of that race. Old Coconuts.
Oh, yeah, Alex, the coconut guy.
Alex is his name.
He was a savior.
And his business, he has fresh coconuts. Like, I know that this sounds very strange. It is. But anyways, so he had coconuts.
Fresh coconuts.
Real, like, coconuts like you ain't never seen. I mean, straight off the tree, okay? So he had some coconuts. We round the corner. We see everyone's vehicles because we had to come up through the vehicles at the halfway mark. And we see the vehicles, and he says, y'all want a coconut? And we're like,
100%.
do we? So he got in the back of his truck and popped holes in these coconuts, and we got to drink some fresh coconut water. Literally saved our lives.
Yeah, that was rejuvenating.
Yeah, it was fantastic. That was a really great time. So shout out to, oh God bless, sorry, Taco the dog, he's wild. But shout out to Alex, the coconut man, for saving us halfway through. That was a huge blessing. I will say, after we rounded that halfway mark, I'm glad that no one was with us because I thought I was going to poop my pants. I looked at Zach and I said, Zach, I'm going to have to pull over in these woods real quick. He said, what? And I said, mm-hmm. And he said, what? And I said, mm-hmm. And he said, no. And I said, mm-hmm. I was having some stomach issues halfway through. It was not a good feeling, okay? And I was wearing green shorts, and I was thinking to myself, I'm about to crap my pants, and everyone's gonna see because it was horrible. Thank God that the first aid station had an actual bathroom, so I didn't have to do my business like a bear because I was fixing to. Mm-hmm. It was very close. But anyways, needless to say, I'm glad no one was around us to experience the fear in my eyes when I thought things were really going down. Mm-hmm. You didn't want to talk about that, did you? Okay, something else that we took note of, we actually shared a hydration pack. So Zach, for the most part, wore the hydration thing with like the little straw on his back, and we shared it. Definitely not going to do that again. We should have, for sure, had our own hydration packs. So if you ever do any type of endurance something, do not make that mistake. Wear your own hydration pack. Wear a hydration pack unless there is an aid station, like every 1 mile. Okay. So,
and somebody made fun of me when I bought the hydration.
I definitely made fun of him. I was like, oh, you're running it. And I put it on my back and was like, doo, 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 and like made fun of him. And
but it was 100% needed.
It saved our lives. Yeah. But we actually still could have had our own packs. We should have had our own packs.
Because we ran out of water right before the Sackett aid station. Refilled it up at the second one on the last loop, and then the last 7 miles we ran out of water again, and that's where it started sucking. Yeah, and it got really hot because we started it was in Georgia, it was in the North Georgia mountains, and that's we could have a whole nother spiel about that. The last 7 miles was pretty straight uphill. It was like a nice little up and then a flat and then an up and then a flat. You're thinking, I'm fixing to go to the stairway to heaven because it just kind of kept on going up. There wasn't much of a decline out there in those last 7 miles. But yeah, the end of it, because we did 2 loops, the end of the second loop got really hot. And that's when we started to run out of water because we were drinking it more and we were sharing a hydration pack. So... yeah, wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah, so definitely have your own hydration pack for that. What all did you eat?
The pickles were a lifesaver. I like those.
Pickles.
The banana and peanut butter tacos were good. I think that's all I ate.
I actually got scared to eat. Told y'all about how I had an accident.
I had some watermelon at the Sackett aid station.
Yeah.
That was good.
I had some cantaloupe. I had oh. Can you act right on this video?
My bad.
I had some cantaloupe. I had a few honey packs. That was the only thing that I thought. I was I know I need calories, but I did not want the calories. No, you didn't feel like eating.
I just didn't. Even the barbecue after the run, the barbecue was great. I just didn't feel like eating it. I just didn't want to eat.
When we were done, I was ready to throw it down.
But I wasn't. I just didn't want to eat.
Yeah, I was ready to throw it down at the end. But during it, I was like, please do not make me eat another bite. I stuck to we brought Kind bars, the Kind breakfast bars. I love those. And I have been training with those, so my stomach was used to that. I actually don't really know where I went wrong in regards to nutrition. I didn't eat anything that was out of normal. My stomach but it was not good. And we had Tailwind in our first hydration pack. But I don't think we drink any more Tailwind after that.
Yeah, we probably should have drank the water in the first hydration pack, then
yes.
The Tailwind in the second one, and the third.
Yes.
The first loop should have been water, the second loop should have been Tailwind, probably. That's where we messed up. I think.
And Tailwind, they're like little hydration packs, almost like a liquid IV, but it has 200 calories per pack. So you're getting more calories in your hydration without eating a heavy food. So we definitely could have stood more Tailwind. But again, by the time my stomach got messed up, I was like, please, just water and honey, and Lord, get me through this. There was a lot of praying happening on that trail.
Yeah.
And we listened to Maverick City music pretty much the whole entire time. We had, each of us just had one earbud. That way we could talk to, people, have conversation on the trail, but we had our Maverick City in our ear, and we were turning those songs into prayers because
we needed them.
we needed them. Oh, Lord, we needed them. Talk to us, Honey Bun, about the end of the race. So we finished the race and we walked back to the truck. Tell us about that experience.
Oh, yeah. So we get back to the truck, and the race is done. I'm feeling totally wrecked. My legs are wrecked. My whole body's wrecked. And I knew I hadn't drank enough water like the last 2 or 3 hours. And so I'm trying to drink some water, but I'm just not in the mood to. I don't want to drink the water. I just want to just be. I don't know. I just didn't want to drink, didn't want to eat, didn't want anything. Well, we're sitting there talking to Teddy and Anthony and the guy across the way. What was his name? In the Range Rover?
I don't remember who was over there. Honestly, I was so focused on Zach that I was like kind of trying to have conversation to not be rude, but also like I could tell. I thought Zach was about to hit the flow.
Yeah. So these guys are super positive, and it motivated me. And because just my personality is more of a realistic. I'm just a realist, I guess you could say. And these guys are super optimistic and motivators, and so they're trying to talk, and I'm talking, trying to talk the best I can. But I start getting a little lightheaded. I've been a little lightheaded before. And so I'm like, this is just, I'm a little dehydrated. I'll figure this thing out. So I got to stand up, sit down. So I sit back down. Oh, I'm talking to the guy across the street or across the path. And he goes blurry. And I was like, wow, this guy, I can't even see who he is over there. And I look at Ashley, and she's like 2 feet from me.
I'm this close to him.
And, I can't even make out who she is. And I'm like, all right, now we got a problem. I'm probably getting a little bit I am dehydrated. I got to figure this thing out before I pass out. So pour some water on my head. And
actually, at that point, he went to set his water bottle down and, stumbled towards it, spilt his water everywhere. And one of the guys was like, Zach, are you okay? And I was like, oh, my God. And Zach, he wouldn't sit down because he was like, oh, I think it'll be better if I stand up. And I'm like, no, you falling to the ground will be worse if you are standing up.
Well, what happened? I got lightheaded when I sat down.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, maybe if I stand up, do something different than sit down. So I stood up, and it didn't hurt. It didn't help it, because when I sat back down, that's when the blurriness started.
Another mistake we made was driving the truck, because it was so high off the ground that if you are lightheaded, you can't hop up to the back of the truck and sit down. It was not a good idea. So luckily his truck has that ladder pull down thing. So I pulled that ladder down and sat him on it and gave him my water bottle, because his had electrolytes in it that he was trying to drink. Gave him my water bottle to dump on his head.
Yeah.
So that's what happened after you kind of buckled on me and about went down.
I didn't about go down. I just got a little blurry.
Someone literally was like, Zach, are you okay?
Okay. Well, we figured it out.
We did figure it out. And then he was like, will you get in the truck and crank it and turn the air on? So I did. And got him in the truck to get some AC going. And then I saw out the window, I sat there with him out the window. I saw Kelly coming around. I jumped out and I was like, go, cheering Kelly on. And then I think this gave you a boost, and it's worth saying. And I think, I'm going to.
No. We've been joking. That does not need to be said. It was a joke.
We'll talk about it later. Yeah. If you want to know about the joke, please message me, because I will gladly tell you, because it is really funny. Okay, so anyways, we did all that, and then we ate dinner, had some fellowship with some folks. Oh my gosh. And when I crossed the finish line, I saw Catherine, who she drove 6.5 hours pretty much to be at the finish line for folks. And when I saw her, I almost didn't even cross the finish line before I squeezed her. That was so special that she was there. I was so happy to see her. So that was a lot of fun. So yeah, we ate dinner, and I got baptized. Yeah, Chad baptized me yesterday. That was really special. And actually, so Zach, about the first time that we were really on the trail by ourselves, he was like, I think that you've been thinking about getting baptized for a long time. And Chad is, special to your life.
You've been wanting to get baptized. You haven't been thinking about it. You've been wanting to.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been wanting to get baptized. I've never been baptized, so that's been on my heart a lot lately. And so, yeah, Zach brought that to my attention and was like, Chad should baptize you today. And I was like, yes, I think you're right. And he ended up baptizing 9 people.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, really, really incredible time. So that was great. Yeah. How you feeling today?
Well, I mean, my legs are trash, but other than that, we're good. No, I'm just sore a little. I mean, it's just super sore, but I mean, we'll figure that out too. I mean, it'll be good in a few days, day or two.
I say we'll probably be fully recovered by like Tuesday. We should be good by Tuesday.
Yeah, just get up, move.
Sleeping was pretty rough last night. Any like inch that I had to move, for me, it's my hips. My hips will get really sore. But when I had to move last night to roll over in bed, that was rough.
Yeah.
But we're up. We're moving around. It feels much better to move. So I'm glad that we, have kept pretty mobile this morning. And yeah, that's how we're feeling, how we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a good time?
I did. I had fun.
$1 million question. Are you ever doing it again?
I don't know. That'd be a tough one. I mean, I probably will, just because I know it's something you enjoy and it's something that we can do together. And I mean, I like the push of it. I mean, Chad asked me at the end of the race what was one thing that I learned about myself that during the race. And it wasn't, I don't know if I learned it because I knew it. I guess I did learn it. And it was the whole time, like we were training for this, you were saying, you can do it. Your body can do it. You just got to convince your mind that it can do it. And that was a big thing to me. And I guess I kind of knew my body could do it. I just didn't want my body to do it. So just realizing that God has made our bodies in a way that they're able, they're powerful, they're strong, and that it is possible. You just have to have the right mindset. And I think that's something that is going to stick with me for a while moving forward. Changing my mindset to a more optimistic than a realistic kind of thing.
I like that. Yeah. I will say I would love to do another one, but I also think that like we had such a good first experience with the 3 of 7 project and all of the people that were there and the community that was there. I think I would have a hard time doing anything else without all of those people. The people really made a difference.
If I did another one, it would be with the 3 of 7 project.
Yeah, so this better be like an annual thing, guys, because I don't know if we can do it. I don't know if we can do it with anybody else.
Yeah, because that's what made it fun, I think, was the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Any other remarks, debriefing of the race? Any other things you thought of or milestones you hit or words of advice for people who want to do something like we did?
So when we first started out, Anthony, Alex, and Teddy were behind us talking. And the first 5 miles, I'm thinking to myself, like, how are these guys talking and running? Like, these guys are crazy. And then they caught up with us, or they met up with us. And we probably slowed down and they caught up with us.
I think that actually is what happened.
And they started talking with us, and we were like 10 miles in before I knew it. And I'm like, man, maybe I can do this talking thing. Maybe talking to them, taking my mind off the running, trying to figure out trying to learn more about these people and what awesome people they are. Really, I think that helped me the first 10 to 15 miles. And then the coconuts with Alex was super awesome. So if you're ever in Pensacola and need a coconut, hit him up.
Call Alex.
Yeah. He was from Pensacola, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Call Alex. Yeah, he's the coconut guy.
All right. Well, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to our debrief if you made it this far. And if you have any questions, please let us know.